Hello, K. Jolie Crochet Basics Preview Vlog. This is number 56 on the vlog train. So, I was finally able to get the V-stitch hat that is adjustable from a skull cap to a slouchy Rasta tam and everything. And I love this one because it is so easy. And I've even done it in cotton and put a ruffly brim and made it a sun hat. So, I mean, it's easily adjustable. So we like that. And you can go up hook size and stuff like that. And, you know, really like make it bigger and stuff and adjustable. So, it took forever to load the video. And it just kept jamming up. I don't even know what was happening with it. And then finally, when I did get it up, I couldn't even load the thumbnail. So I'm still working on loading the thumbnail, which is so silly. So I am working on a few other things, but this week I got to go to the famous wax museum in Manhattan. I got to go to Madame Tussauds, if I'm saying it right, Madame Tussauds wax museum in Manhattan in Times Square. And I was like super excited about going because I never I never do like things like, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, but it was so exciting. I used to deal with them on one of the companies I worked with. Like I would have to call and confirm orders and stuff like that. So, and I've watched documentary on it and stuff like that like years ago. So I've been wanting to go for so long. So I was super excited about that. And as cool as it is a little creepy. Some of the wax figures just are so lifelike. You expect them to start talking to you or some kind of something. You know, it's just so crazy how detailed they are. You know, not all of them. And I'm not trying to dismiss or poo-poo or whatever, but some of them really are just like, woo, you know. You really expect like, you know, Whitney Houston to start singing or whatever it is, you know. So that was so much fun. We went into one room, and when you first walk in, it's Jennifer Hudson standing there. And I scanned the room a little bit, and then there it was. Wendy Williams. Shout out to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams with the purple chair and the purple chairs and everything, and her backdrop and all of that. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was so excited. And I love Wendy Williams. She's the only celebrity I actually follow. I really couldn't care less about any celebrity that's like, you know, and I hate to be rude like that, but it's true. You know, they don't affect my life, so, you know. But I was so excited. And Wendy, like, I never cared for Wendy for years. I would catch her at drive time. And I'd listen for a few minutes or whatever, driving home from work and stuff like that when she was back on the radio. And I would always turn the station. I'm like, I'm not into this gossip and, you know, who cares? Like, I don't really care or whatever. So, years ago when her show had first started, actually, I was going through a really, really bad depression where the job that I had worked for, they sold to another company and that company didn't take anybody. You know, they were based out of Canada and Illinois, and they didn't take anyone. And I was having such a hard time finding a job and just like a lot of personal stuff, like people, family members that were ailing and things and just bad. Like I just couldn't get up in the morning and stuff. But I would watch the news in the morning, and I knew at 10 o'clock Wendy Williams' show would come on. So by like 9:55, I would start looking for the remote. And then like 9:58, I'd kind of be like panicked, and I'd be like, all right, I can just go up to the TV and change the station because I just couldn't stand Wendy. So one day I was washing dishes one morning, and her show was coming on, and I said, you know, I could barely even hear it. I'm washing the dishes. The water's running. Who cares, you know? So I said, I'll change it when I'm done. So when I finished washing the dishes, I was, you know, walking, drying my hands and stuff, and I was getting ready to turn the station, and it was Ask Wendy. So if you know what the segment is, people ask Wendy advice. Just whatever, everyday people. So this young lady asks Wendy, how do I tell my mom that I got this and I can I got control over my life and I can handle it? So Wendy's response was nothing like you would think. You know, she just totally said, well, how old are you? And the young lady said, I'm 17. And Wendy just looked at her and said, take a seat. Take several seats. She said, when you do a hard 16, that's when you can tell your mom something. And it really resonated with me. What she meant was, once you get out of high school, graduate high school, and do a 4-year college, you know, then you can tell your mom. And not that college is for everyone or anything like that. But I really, like, the response really resonated with me as far as, like, you know, even when I was younger, I always, like, thought, like, oh, I got this, I can handle this and whatever. But I couldn't, you know, like, life is chaotic. And even, like, kids nowadays, I mean, like, it's even more chaotic than what it was back in the day, you know, when I was that age and stuff. But ever since that silly segment or whatever, and just Wendy's answer, I just started looking, I would start watching it. And I looked forward to it every day. And it really just got me out of the, like, how depressed I was. Like, it was something to look forward to, even though, like, I wasn't into the gossip or whatever of the celebs or anything like that. But it just, you know, it was kind of like, what's she going to say next? I got to know, you know. So that's really why, you know, I do like Wendy now so much and everything. And she, you know, all the stuff she's going through now is terrible. They need to release her to her family and stuff like that, you know, because there's just some crazy nonsense with her. But shout out to Wendy Williams, because she really, like, watching her show, catching her, that one silly segment really just turned things around for me, and just gave me, like, something better to look forward to, other than sitting around and trying to get my resume out and just hoping I would get a call or an email for a job and stuff, you know. So that's the story of my really bad depression and why I like Wendy Williams so much. Just a silly segment I caught, you know. And I think that's where I'm at with that craziness. But if you do get a chance to go to the Wax Museum, check it out. It like, some of the characters, and they change it all the time. The tour guide that was, like, letting us in, he said he had worked there for over 20 years. He said, and he always sees something new. They change the exhibits, like, all the time and all of this stuff. So it was really, like, it was super cool. And that's where I'm at this week for number 56 on the vlog train. Just totally over the moon that I got to see a Wendy Williams wax figure, you know. So check this out. If you see it, super easy to make. Make it in cotton. You got a hat for the flyaways in summertime, and you got, like, a cool, easy breezy, either oversized Rasta tam or, you know, a regular skull hat. And that's where I'm at. So with that, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching and listening to my crazy Wendy Williams ramble. And I will be back real soon with my next tutorial this week. It's going to be a Baby Alive pattern for the dolls, you know. And I guess that's it. So as always, happy hooking, because it keeps you off the streets and keeps you out of trouble. And I'll be back real soon. K. Jolie, Crochet Basics preview vlog number 56 on the vlog train. Have a super great day, and happy Valentine's Day if you are celebrating. Love is everywhere. You just have to look for it. Have a great day. Ciao.